What's going on, everybody? So there's killing time, and got a little story to tell you guys. It's a funny but serious story, and what it is up camp. I know I talk about camp a lot. Well, it's one of my favorite places to be, but so we're camp, me, Trish, kids, we're all our friends, and it was a Sunday. We're all packing up, everybody, but we take our time on Sunday packing up. Sunday fun day is what we call it. We was probably at the pool, whatever. I don't know, it was probably maybe 5 in the afternoon, whatever it would have been. Well, friends of ours from up top come down, here they seen or heard on the radio or seen on news, they come down, hey, tornado watch, and we're all like, okay, and you could see in the skies. I mean, it was a gnarly sky. So we all say, let's go get packed up. Let's get the fuck out of here. Well, Trish and the little ones were with our friends, Dwayne and Amanda. And they were down there, and I said, yeah, you know what, me and Kira's friend, I want to say it was Kaylee was with us. And I said, well, me and the bigger girls, we'll go down, we'll get our camper shut down, load the truck up, get down there, and now this whole sky is just black as night. It was fucked up. So have the girls, we get on the porch, and I just see, I said, they were helping me get some stuff moved around, and I heard it sounded like a fucking train. And I looked over, and it was as far as I could see, but up there on that mountainside, it's not like you could see, a mile. It was probably maybe 500 yards. It was a fucking wall, is what I saying. It was just a wall. And it sounded like a train. So I tell Karen, her friend, I said, let's get in the camper. I mean, this is a camper. Nobody won't. Last thing you want to be in a tornado is a camper or a car. So tell the girls, get in there, get under the table, and hold tight. And I follow them in, and then I realized the awning was out, the roof over the porch. Here I go. My brilliance. I'm like, oh, let me get this awning real quick. Yeah, this fucking, and here it ended up being a tornado. It was, 500 yards away when I decided to try to get this awning in. Well, I got the one leg unhooked, go grab the other leg, unhook it. That son of a bitch, man, that tornado, it grabbed me, and it took me straight up, 30 foot up in the air. And everybody say, oh, okay, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, you ask Kira Sky and you ask her friend, because they didn't listen to me, and they watched me through the fucking window. I was up 30 foot up, holding on to this aluminum leg, and I could see it ripping the tarp material that for the awning. It started ripping. It felt like 25 minutes, and I'm sure it was only maybe 30 seconds. But I held it as hard as I could. Next thing you know, it stopped. Well, guess what I did from 30 foot? Fucking free fall. All the way down, land on top of the camper, knocks the wind out of me. And I'm like trying to get my air. I rolled the wrong fucking way, and up rolling off the camper onto the porch. There's another 10-foot fall. When I hit the porch, Kira, I could hear her yelling for me. She was so scared. She was crying. She thought I was like really hurt. And I crawled over the door, and I opened the door, and I was hurt pretty decent. I was beat up, and she was so upset, and she was like, Dad, you okay? And I said, yeah. So let me get a beer. She said, really? You need a beer? Like, you just rode a fucking tornado. And yeah, it was so crazy being up there. And the thing is, like, I'll tell this story, and I don't care if you believe me. I don't need anybody to believe me. I don't tell it for no kind of like props or nothing, but it's true ass story. And you could ask Kara, she watched the whole thing play out. And then after I got in there, made sure Kara and her friend was okay, I got a couple beers and I flew down to where Trish and the little ones were, because that's the way the tornado was heading. Get down there. Here, they seen the tornado, but it turned right before that section of the campground. But they seen it cross the gas line there. And I started telling them guys about it. I was like, it was crazy. It was fucking wild. And yeah, that's a story I'll never forget. Oh, what the fuck, Christ. How the hell that happened? But yeah, I'll never forget that shit, man. And again, if you don't believe me, I don't care. I'm not saying it to brag, but yeah, you guys, my daughter, she watched it even after I told her to get under the table. Now, I was an idiot. I should have never, ever tried to save the goddamn porch fucking awning. Should have just let it go, and I should have been in there under the table with them, but that's not me. Tried to save that shit, and I still got it all hemmed up, wrapped up on the side of the goddamn camper. I need to just take it off and throw it away, but I'm just, I'll get that shit fixed. But I won't. But yeah, so that's just one of my little crazy stories that I never really get to tell people, because I don't tell people, because people, they act like, oh, they don't believe me, and here's my deal. Like, I'm not telling anyone to, like, I don't know, boast or show off, nothing like that. It's just, it's a funny story. I mean, it was scary as hell. Don't get me wrong, it was very scary, but yeah, I mean, you don't believe me, I got people to ask, bro. So yeah, there's just a funny little story. I rode a tornado, and it was fun.